It's the first generation that's ever been told no. Um, Combine that with probably the freest generation of black men this country's ever seen that have spent the last 30 or 40 years not participating, and now all of a sudden they want participation trophies. Um, if I had to describe what's going on right now, I know that MAGA is the very definition of what the Confederacy is, unvarnished. Um, the scariest thing about this time right now, if I had to pinpoint something that actually absolutely scares me, and this is black for a second. I'm not even this not the thing that scares me the most right now is the disconnect between us and our children.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's scary because we raised our kids, and we raised our kids to listen to us. And then they became young adults and they started listening to others. And it's like, you're going to throw everything that I taught you out the window and listen to people who don't have your best interests at heart, who truly are for white supremacy.
And I think
and it's going to be too late by the time they realize it. And this is the find out stage now.
And I think for the kid, I think for them, because this discussion has been ongoing today, in a sense, when it comes to the younger generation and how they interpret things and how they've had to interpret things as they grew up much different from how a lot of us may have grown up. There was a time we grew up, wasn't no being in the house on the phone. We was outside, or we was
get outside.
We was doing different stuff. We wasn't, now it's a lot of technology. It's a lot of, like Itchy said, algorithms. Folks is watching stuff on the internet. They picking up things, and not that they forgot what they were taught, but it can misconstrue their thought process, because a lot of them didn't go through the racism in a sense. Like it might have been overlooked. Like it might have been in the windows. Like I noticed some things happen when we moved to Texas with my daughter that she probably noticed but didn't notice or fully understand what it was, because when we first moved here, we moved in a real white suburban neighborhood where there was racism, blunt racism happening, and we moved after a year. But I think they just overlooked a lot, and now they're passive about some things.
Yeah,
some of them.
I don't. If I may, I don't even really think it's so much that they overlooked a lot. I think that we achieved so much that we didn't tell them. We've allowed them. We've allowed them to be in the room. You know how Muhammad Ali said a famous quote one time. He said, "If there's 1,000 snakes outside my door, and 500 of those snakes are poisonous, and 500 of them are not, what is it? What's the best thing for me to do? Sort the snakes out, or let them all in my house?" You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So the problem that we had a whole bunch of what we consider to be non-poisonous snakes, and we've allowed our children to play with snakes so long
To
that they
socialize.
don't even identify.